Hello guys. So this is Suimo, the gateway between AI agent and protected data. So for instance, like sometimes if you're trying to access some data from a cloud or maybe ChatGPT, you will receive 403 error. This is because either that the data is protected or that the data is behind anti-bot system. So like this is how we're going to solve it. Providers come to Sumo, then they supply their resources. If they supply their resources, then they can now define their authentication pattern so that we will help to authenticate on their behalf while still ensuring that those agents make payments for the data that they access. So here are some of the data that we have so far. You can see this. Let me just open up one of them. Okay, so yeah, you can see this one called 0.0673 wow. So you can see the Walrus block ID. Then you can see the encryption pattern. So let's just get started to actually creating a resources on Sumo. So yeah, click on sign in. Okay, so click on sign in. You can register. You can connect with wallets or you can use email. Let me use email. This is a separate browser. So let me use Dev at gmail.com. Okay. Okay, so this is our wallet. In order to provide data, we have to switch. We have to be switch to a provider. Okay. We have to switch to a provider. So yeah, you can see we're in the provider menu. So let's go to verify a domain. So if you want to share a data that is behind for instance, if you want to share maybe a blog page that is behind a paywall, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come to this place. Let me delete this. So if you come to this place, then you will verify your domain so that it will be sure you are the one that owns the domain. So you can use this. So you can use DNS method or you can use file upload. So let's use file upload. So in file upload, you will have to generate verification instruction. You can see this is what you have to use. So let me just show you a quick example of how we use it on our site. So this is it. You can you can see just put it in the public folder. So this is the token we used for our own verification. So that's just it. So and then this is a connector. A connector is basically the thing that gives us access to your site. So if your site is protected by API key, you give us the API key. If it is protected by JWT, give us the JWT root. If it is if it is internal, we are the one that manages authentication. So we use this for mostly file-based authentication. So yeah. Okay, so let's go to resources. You can see we have different resources currently, but let's just try creating one. So you can see we are going to add a file. The file is going to be MD file. So let me just choose the file. Okay, it will be our readme. So this readme, the file, what I'm going to just say is introduction, maybe introduction to data railway, to data gateway. Okay, data gateway. So we can choose storage duration. Let me just say 2 days. Category, technology, then summary. This summary can be empty, but let me just put an introduction to Suimo. Okay, so let's put the price 0.01. It can be more than this. I am just managing my token. So let's choose internal since we are sharing file. So let's create this. while this is creating, let's move over to the consumer side, like the side if you want to actually like consume data that is on this Suimo. So let's go over to the place. Okay, so here you can see what use the data. So okay, so click on start a crawl. Okay, so start a crawl. You will just like copy the MCP URL. You can create account. You can even create the account during account connection. So you can go over to your AI agent. I'm using ChatGPT. So in ChatGPT, go to settings. If you go to settings, then go to apps and connectors. You can see we already have the Suimo MCP here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just like disconnect it and connect it back so that we see how it works. Okay, so let me connect it back. Okay, so now we can like I will use wallet connection here. So I will use slush. Okay, so sign. Let me put my password. Okay, so it is loading. Okay, so this will take us back to ChatGPT interface. Okay, so our MCP is actually connected. So let's just like through the account, through the consumer dashboard, and see our wallet balance. And so we see that so far. Okay, so let's just like sign in. You should use the existing authentication state from our MCP connection. So you can see our wallet balance $56. So okay, so I will access the resources with WoW and then pay with Sui. So let's just like get started. So remember we created a data. Let me check if the data has finished uploading. Okay, the data is here. The data is here already. So you can see the blob ID. So let's go back. So let me just say hello. I need data on. I need resources. Let me just say resources on data gateway. Since that's like the title we used, but like if there are many resources that are like using similar title, you are going to see different suggestions based on their relevance. Okay, so let's fetch this. Okay, so you can see the results that this one returned. You can see the results it returned. It returned like what we actually okay. You can see. So let's fetch the real data. In this fetch content too, that's where like the actual transaction value is, because you're going to see the real data, like the other data that you need. The other one is you just like discover the data. So I will need the raw, so I don't need this summary, so I need draw. Okay, so you can see first content raw. So let's go. Okay. Okay, so you can see that the data has been fetched. So you can see the data is here. You can see the data has been fetched, and then you can see the content is in base 64. So our agent, like this AI agent, is going to convert this base 64 data to to the actual data we need. Then you can see the receipt for the transaction, see the resources, see all the details, user ID, agent ID. So let's go back. While this is the coding, let's go back to our dashboard again. You can see our dashboard. You can see the balance should be 0.07 now, since we actually used $1 for purchase. So let's just see. You can see 0.07. Then you can still see the recent activity, introduction to API gateway. You can see it has been settled. So let's go to receipt. If you go to receipt, you can actually view this on Suimo Explorer. So let's just view the data on Suimo Explorer. Okay, so you can see source, so minus 0.1 C, 1 wow to our provider. If you go to the provider side as well, you are going to see an increase in your earning since the data has been accessed. So you can see 0.05. It was 0.04 before, so you can see 0.05. Then wait, you can still view more details, see then resources. So that's basically how it works. You can set higher amount. So Suimo just acts as the mediator between protected data resources and AI agents. So it gives AI agents premium data at a cost, you get, and why creators are being rewarded fairly, unlike the normal traditional way. And this is only possible on Walrus and Suimo, since it provides that market oriented data transfer. So thank you.